Good morning, all of you. So, on Saturday, I have underlined in the book of chapter 4, or chapter number 9, forms of market. In this chapter, we have to study about 4 types of market: perfect competition, monopolistic competition, monopoly, and oligopoly. These are the 4 markets we have to study with the meaning and the features. Is it clear? So, you people need to understand that what do you mean by perfect market, what is monopoly market, what is monopolistic market, what is oligopoly market. The question may come, explain the features of any 4, or they may ask you the distinguish between any 2 market. Is it clear? So such kind of the questions are going to be asked from this particular chapter. Okay, now just see all of you, I am going to start first with the perfect competition. Now I have made you people underline, only see those lines. Under perfect competition, page number 169 if you open, in that you see the first paragraph under meaning. This whole paragraph has 2 topics. One, the meaning of perfect competition, and second, a firm under perfect competition is a price taker. Why? Why a firm under perfect competition is a price taker? We have discussed in chapter number 8 that perfect competition is a market who cannot determine its own price. The price is determined by the industry. Whatever price industry gives to the firm uses that price and sells the commodity. He cannot reduce the price to sell the commodity. This we have already studied in chapter number 8. But let me first explain you what do you mean by perfect competition. What is the meaning of perfect competition? See all of you what is given. Perfect competition is a market structure where there are large number of buyers, large number of producers producing a homogeneous product, so that no individual firm can influence the price of the commodity. That you people have to understand. So first thing, large number of producers. Okay, what is the first key line of the meaning of perfect competition? The number of producers are large. What is the key line? They are producing a product. What is the nature of the product? Homogeneous product. And that is why no individual producer has the power to influence the price of the commodity. To influence the price of the commodity means no individual producer can change the price of the commodity under perfect competition. So under meaning, you people have to write these 3 facts together. What do you mean by perfect competition? Perfect competition is a market structure in which there are large number of producers producing a homogeneous product, so that no individual producer can influence the price of the product. That you people have to understand. Further, this is the meaning. I hope you people have understood. Under meaning, you need to know this, that the number of producers are large. Each producer is producing homogeneous commodity, and no producer can influence the price of the product. Add these 3 facts, you will be able to get the meaning of perfect competition. Then, next question we need to discuss, why a firm under perfect competition is a price taker. Then answer is from here, which I made you people underline. A perfectly competitive firm is such a small part of total industry in which it operates that it cannot influence the price of the product. Is it clear? Why this line is said? A perfectly competitive firm is such a small part of the total industry. Why such a small part of the total industry? Because the number of firms and the producers are too many. Innumerous number of firms are there under perfect competition. So the share of each firm to the total market is very less, is negligible. इतना कम शेयर उनका होता है कि अगर 1-2 फर्म मार्केट को छोड़ भी दे तो मार्केट के टोटल प्रोडक्ट में कोई अफेक्ट नहीं होता, इसीलिए उनको कोई पावर नहीं होती है टू डिटरमाइन द प्राइस. Is it clear? So this line which is given in your book is very important. All of you see the book, and from here only people have to underline. A perfectly competitive firm is such a small part of the total industry in which it operates that it cannot influence the price of the product. Why such a small part of the total industry? Because the number of firms or producers in the perfect competition is too many. Then the firm has no control over the product price. An individual firm takes the price as given and it takes decision about the amount of output to be sold at that price. Then this means that the firm under perfect competition is assumed to be price taker rather than price maker. A firm is said to be price taker when it has to sell its product at the market price. So from a perfectly competitive till the last is the answer of the question that why a firm under perfect competition is a price taker. Why? Because a perfectly competitive firm is such a small part, is so small or such a small part of the total industry that it cannot influence the price of the product. Okay, the firm has no control over the product price. The firm has an individual firm takes the price as given and it takes the decision about the amount of output to be sold. Whatever price is given to the firm, he takes the price and then took a decision that at this particular price how much commodity he has to sell. This means that a firm under perfect competition is a price taker, not a price maker. He sells the commodity at the market price given to it. And why he sells the commodity at a market price given to it? Because a perfectly competitive firm is such a small part of the total industry that it cannot influence the price of the commodity. Is it clear? So two things I gave you the meaning just under perfect competition. We have discussed two things. What are the two things? First, the meaning of perfect competition. What do you mean by perfect competition? A perfectly competitive market is a market structure in which there are large number of producers, each producer producing homogeneous commodity so that no producer has the power to influence the price of the commodity is the meaning. Then why a producer or a firm under perfect competition is a price taker? Answer is a perfectly competitive firm is such a small part of the total industry that it does not have the power to influence the price. Okay, the firm has no control over the product price. The price of the product is given to the firm and firm sells the commodity according to the given price. So since a perfectly competitive firm has no power to influence the price, that is why a firm under perfect competition is called price taker, not a price maker. Is it clear? Okay. Now let us discuss the features of perfect competition. What are the features of perfect competition? First feature is large number of buyers and sellers. I made you people underline and I am going to explain those lines only. Okay. So see, understand the lines which you have underlined. There are large, number one feature, large number of buyers and sellers. First feature. There are large number of buyers and sellers of commodity under perfect competition. And main line is this. Each too small to exert any influence on the price of the commodity by his or her action. Okay. We are first doing. What is the first feature? Large number of buyers and sellers. There are large number of buyers and sellers of the commodity under perfect competition. Each firm is too small to exert any influence on the price of the commodity by his or her action. इतने सारे sellers होते हैं और buyers होते हैं कि उन लोग अपनी action से प्राइस को चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे क्योंकि उनकी जो प्रेजेंस होती है मार्केट में वो बहुत छोटी होती है. Each too small to exert any influence on the price of the commodity by his or her action. Neither consumer by his action influence the price under perfect competition, nor producer by his action can influence the price under perfect competition. Both cannot influence the price under perfect competition. That you will. This is the main line. Further, this means that under perfect competition, a firm produces such a small part of the total market output. इतने सारे फर्म हैं कि हर फर्म बहुत थोड़ा आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करते हैं मार्केट के टोटल प्रोडक्ट का. मतलब अगर मार्केट में टोटल प्रोडक्ट 100 है तो एक फर्म शायद 1 किलो प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस करता है. तो व्हाट इज द शेयर? वेरी लेस. दिस इज द सेकेंड फैक्ट विच यू नीड टू रिमेंबर. This means that under perfect competition, a firm produces such a small part of the total market output that a change in its output will not have any noticeable effect on the market supply. मतलब एक फर्म का शेयर, आउटपुट शेयर, टोटल आउटपुट ऑफ द मार्केट के शेयर में इतना छोटा होता है कि अगर वो प्रोडक्शन बंद कर दे और सप्लाई ना करे तो मार्केट सप्लाई पे कोई अफेक्ट नहीं होता है. Is it clear? This line is very important. First fact is important, that there are large number of buyers and sellers of the commodity under perfect competition, each too small to exert any change on the price of the commodity by his or her action. इसका क्या मतलब है? This means that under perfect competition, a firm produces such a small part of the total market output that a change in its output will not have any noticeable effect on the market supply and hence on the price of the commodity. Okay? After that, it means that a firm under perfect competition cannot influence the market price by increasing or decreasing the quantity of output it produces, obviously, because the output which a firm is producing has a very negligible share to the total output of the market. That's why a firm under perfect competition cannot change the price by increasing or decreasing the output. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं. That is why a firm is a price taker rather than price maker. Okay, so this first paragraph full of large number of buyers and sellers. I hope you people have understood. Similarly for the buyer also, likewise the number of buyers is so large that no single buyer can influence the market price by changing his demand. Till here. Second one, second feature. What is the second feature? Homogeneous product. What do you mean by homogeneous product? From here, the product of one firm is perfect substitute of another firm's product. Okay, the homogeneity of the product refers not only to the physical characteristics of the commodity such as quality, color, size, design, chemical components, but also to the environmental factors such as location of the seller, credit facility, etc. Everything is same. So what do you mean by homogeneity of the product? Homogeneity of the product means there is a similarity in the physical characteristics as well as in the environmental characteristics. Means the product is exactly same in quality, color, size, design, chemical components, etc. Even the location of the seller, the credit facility, everything is same, homogeneous. Then it is important to note that it is a total condition surrounding the sale of the product which we must consider. A customer, till here, you people. So therefore, homogeneity of the product implies both the physical characteristics of the product and the conditions surrounding the sale. Environmental factors are exactly same to each other. Okay, then third one, freedom of entry and exit. मतलब producers की entry और exit under perfect competition. The entry and exit of the producers under perfect competition is totally free. Means any time a firm can enter into the market, any time a firm can exit the market. There is no legal, man-made, natural restriction imposed on the entry and exit of the firm. Is it clear? Then, what is the implication of freedom of entry and exit? The implication of freedom of entry and exit under perfect competition is that every firm under perfect competition earns only normal profit in the long run. What you people have underlined? Now see that. Perfect competition is characterized by the freedom of entry and exit. This means that new firms are free to enter the industry and start producing if they so wish. And exit firms are free to cease production and leave the industry if they so desire. There are no restriction, legal, natural or man-made, on the entry of the new firms into and the exit of the old firm from the industry. The condition of freedom of entry and free exit ensures that all firms under perfect competition end up earning only normal profit in the long run. I hope you people have understood this point, that under perfect competition there is no restriction on the entry of the firm and exit of the firm. Firm can enter the market anytime and firm can exit the market anytime. There is no natural, legal or man-made restrictions imposed on the entry and exit of the firm. And due to this feature of freedom of entry and exit of the firm, every firm earns normal profit in the long run. That is the third characteristics of perfect competition. Now see the fourth characteristics. Perfect mobility of resources means resources are mobile, means transferable from one use to the other use. This is very much possible under perfect competition. Okay, now see here. This characteristics ensures that resources or factors of production can enter or quit a firm or the industry at their will. This characteristics implies that resources are able to switch over from one use to the another without any restriction. This is the meaning of perfect mobility. Then next is perfect knowledge, means firm or a producer has the perfect knowledge of the market. Similarly, consumer has the perfect knowledge of the market. Now see what you people have underlined. Each firm knows the price prevailing in the market and it not sell the commodity at a price below that market price. Similarly, each buyer has the perfect knowledge about the prevailing price and the characteristics of the product being sold, and he or she is prepared to pay higher price than the price prevailing in the market. This characteristics of perfect knowledge would ensure that price differences are quickly eliminated and the single price of the commodity will ultimately prevail. So why a uniform price is prevailing under perfect competition? Because both producer and consumer has the perfect knowledge about the price of the commodity. Is it clear? Then sixth feature of perfect competition, absence of transport cost. There is no transport cost under perfect competition in purchasing and selling goods. In other words, there is no cost of transportation. Alright. So, what are the features of perfect competition? Large number of buyers and sellers, each too small to exert any influence on the price of the commodity by his or her own action. This means that a perfectly competitive firm produces such a small share, produces an output whose share to the total market output is so negligible that it hardly affects the price of the commodity. That is why a firm under perfect competition is a price taker, not a price maker. Similarly, number of buyers are so large that they cannot influence the price by their action. Second, homogeneity of the product. A firm under perfect competition produces a product which is homogeneous in nature, means they are same or similar not only in physical characteristics but also in environmental characteristics. Third feature, freedom of entry and exit. Under perfect competition, there is no restrictions for the firm to enter the market or to exit the market. A firm can anytime enter the market or can anytime exit the market. There is no natural, man-made or legal restrictions imposed on the firm. There is full freedom. And what is the implication? Freedom of entry and exit of the firm under perfect competition makes sure that every firm earns only normal profit in the long run. What is the fourth feature? Perfect mobility. Means the resources are able to switch over from one use to another without any restriction. What is the fifth feature? Perfect knowledge. A firm knows the price prevailing in the market and it would not sell the commodity by reducing the price. Whatever price is given to it, firm sells the commodity in that price only. Similarly, a buyer have a perfect knowledge of the price of the commodity. The last feature of the perfect competition, absence of transport cost. The transport cost in perfect competition is totally absent. There is no transport cost existing under perfect competition. Is it clear to all of you? So, tomorrow I am going to discuss. Today I have completed the meaning and features of perfect competition. Tomorrow I am going to complete meaning and features of monopoly and monopolistic competition. And day after tomorrow, that is on Wednesday, I will complete your syllabus of economics. Okay? And numerical of chapter 2 is left. So, for that I'll make 2 videos and I'll send you people for the economics. For today only this much. Thank you, children.